In the previous video, we have seen how to connect a Java program to a database through JDBC. We have seen how to establish the connection, how to raise the queries, and how to execute the queries and get the output. So that was a normal create statement. In this video, we are going to see another type of statement called as prepared statement. And the advantage of using prepared statement as compared to the previous one is here we can get the inputs from the user, so it can run on the fly or run time. You can get the inputs and you can raise the queries. So let us see how we can do that. So earlier we had a fixed values which we have given hard coded as a string and sent it as a input to the statement. So now let us make it random. So I'm putting here question mark, so that which means that it has to be taken from the user. So now let's access all these three from the as an input from the user. So here I'll be using Java input, so through scanner. So let me first import that library. So import java.util.scanner, and once we have imported this, we can actually create an object of it. So I'll be creating here a scanner object, scanner. So I'll call it as my obj as the object, and new scanner. Here I need to mention system.in. So once I create my obj as the scanner object, I can ask user to enter their user ID. So system.out.println, you can enter user ID. So as you know, in the table I have three columns. One is the roll number or serial number, and name, and the employee ID. So I'm calling it as the first one, as you can call it as serial number also, serial number. And then I'm going to access the value. So int serial number is equal to my obj dot next int. Okay, so I'm going to get the serial number into SNO, and in the same way I would also like to have the name. So enter name. So here I'll be using string instead of int because name is a string. String name is equal to my obj dot next, and enter roll number, and this is also an integer, so I'll call it as roll number is equal to my obj dot next int. So we got all the three values which are needed for the query. So let us now use all those three after the statement object. So once we create this st statement object, so I'm going to use that. But before that, there are few changes. First, this is not a normal statement now, it's a prepared statement. And here also this is not create statement, but it's a prepare statement. And so it is suggesting something. So it is asking it, we need to give the query here. So earlier we used the query here, instead this query has to be placed here. Okay, once it has been done, so we created the statement object st. So we should set the value. So set int, so the first one is 1 comma serial number, second st set string, roll number for second is 2 comma name, and st comma st dot set int 3 comma roll number. Yeah, so we got all the, we have set everything. So now, so we have also given the query here, and we took the input and we made the actual values as part of the statement object. So let us now execute this query and see what happens. So let us run this. So let me zoom out. So if you see, this is the whole program. So I'm running, go to run as Java application, and you can click OK. So it is asking for serial number. So serial number, let me say it is 15, and asking for name. So let me say it is say Ramu, and it is asking for a roll number, so 3111 some number. So enter, and let's see now whether our database got updated or not. So as you can see here, our database got updated. So this is much more friendlier than, this statement is much more powerful than the earlier one. Here we are able to get the user input, and thereby we are running the query. So that's the usage. So earlier it was hard coded, the statement, create statement was hard coded, whereas prepared statement we are keeping it as question marks, so that we can take it from the input from the user and thereby execute the queries. The important thing is we should know how many entries and the structure of the database. Only then we can actually execute in the right way. The rest all are same. The driver manager class, establishing the connection, giving the driver link here, and so all the rest of the steps I have explained in the previous video. How do you set up MySQL connector, how do you download the jar file, and how do you set up, refer to the previous file, and also you should also enter in something in the model hyphen. So this should be placed to access MySQL, SQL, java.sql library. To access that, you should place that in the module hyphen info. So these are the things. For other details, you can also refer the previous video, which has more detailed discussion about JDBC, whereas this video is only about the prepared statement and how it can be executed. So this is about JDBC statement and prepared statement. Thank you.